48 volt shock to the heart. 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 Timid, she ain't timid. She's a big dog, bark in the dark. Stranger, don't be stranger. Come in close, shoot me hard. She's a 48 volt shock to the heart. 48 volt shock to the heart. 48 volt shock to the heart. She's a 48 volt shock to the heart. She's a 48 volts. 48 volts. She's a 48 volts. Shock. She's 48 volts. 48 volts. 48 volts. Shock. She's a 48 volt shock to the heart. 48 volt shock to the heart. 48 volt shock to the heart. She's a 48 volt shock to the heart. 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 She's a 48 volt shock to the heart. Let's go.
Massive storm. Nah, I don't know why. Be quite honest with you. Let's see if my boy can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. We're back.
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Awesome.
Oh, that's really good. Okay, good. Okay, now let's get back to your music. You have a new single that just came out. Degenerate Generation. Tell me about
Yep.
that. Tell me about that song. What's it what's it mean? What's the meaning behind
Okay,
it?
so that's a bit like, I suppose, to every generation.
Yeah,
Every generation, we're all different to one another, you know?
gotcha.
I suppose, like, maybe for an 80-year-old, I might be a degenerate generation, you know?
Okay.
My kids might be the next degenerate generation. So it's like, you'd hear at the beginning, I've got like my daughter and Jim's daughter do the little intro where they say, "Welcome to the future, dinosaurs." You
That's
know?
awesome.
So it's like they're probably like the future little degenerates. We're probably the current degenerates. So it's like,
Amen.
I don't know.
Proud of it too.
Yeah, where it's like kind of like we're never really too fond of each other's musical tastes a lot of the
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
you know. You know, like I might not love the latest maybe like things with artificial beats, you know, like Jim's pet hate is that trap beat that,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
I suppose
yeah.
it's like that for every generation though. We all kind of think that
So who does
uh
the drums?
that's Jim. Like Jim is a talented man, like
Real
talented.
okay. Wow.
So like Jim jumps on a drum set once a year when we go to the studio. We book one studio day a year. And
Damn.
for the first album, we had 13 songs. And we went into the studio and the producer said, "Look, the most I've ever done in a day is 5 songs." And we were like, "Don't worry, we'll get it done." so we smashed out the 13 songs in a day for the first album. Now,
Wow.
Degenerate Generation is the next album, and there's 15 songs on that. Went
Wow.
to the same studio. Jim smashed out the 15 songs in a day. Jim is ridiculous. He's like, most things are one take for him. He just does. He's got it in his head, sees the picture in his head, and it's pretty much one take, you know?
That's awesome. It's good to have people like that. So it makes your job a lot easier. I mean, coming up with what to say, I mean, with having somebody like that says it what you're trying to say, but in guitar language, in drum language, and everything else he could do.
Yeah, even
Too bad he
the
couldn't
bass.
be here today.
Yeah, it's a pity. So like, even the bass, he flips my right-handed bass upside down and plays it all upside down.
Damn.
You know, he just knows. He knows the instrument. You know, he knows.
Yeah, damn
He
kid.
yeah, he knows music. You know, so
Sweet.
it's
So you said his
freaking
father used to be a professional musician?
yeah. So Jim and I like it's pretty crazy. I grew up in South Africa.
Okay.
Jim grew up in Greece. So
Wow.
Jim followed an Australian lady to Australia. Now both of us have Australian kids, but grew up in very different parts of the world. So his dad was a professional musician, played that, what's that, Greek guitar? You
I
know,
I
like the,
I don't know. Not off
yeah,
the top
so
of my
it's,
head.
no, I also don't know what it's called. So it's like his dad was always like gigging, like yeah, just and then Jim picked it up in his teens, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good to know. That's good. Do you play any other instrument?
No, I would say I play fake electronic stuff on my phone. Press some buttons on
Yeah,
GarageBand.
there are some amazing apps actually, you know. I got some good ones, some good drum ones. Oh,
Yeah.
woo. I found one
Yeah,
where
it's
it does the changes for you, all that. I mean, it's
no.
brilliant. I have another
It's
one I could do all dance music and industrial and alternative
mm,
or retro 80s, and it's pretty cool. It's an amazing app. It's amazing. And it
yeah.
only costs like $1 or $2, I mean, to get like the music, that you
Mm,
want to buy some additional sounds, and loops and stuff. And yeah, it only costs a couple bucks and you have it. You can transfer it from one phone to another phone and all that
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it's
Well,
really neat.
it's crazy now though, like where technology is headed, you know, like we do everything. Everything you hear is through my iPhone.
Yeah,
You know, so it's like we just plug my iPhone into an interface. So the amps are all virtual amps. There's a microphone hooked in, like there's a microphone. Plug the guitars into the interface, and then it all just comes through the iPhone. You know,
that's awesome.
it,
So
it's
do you guys have any shows backing you up out there? Did you play any?
no, we're super keen because I think like we've got like the album we released last year. We've got another 15 tracks in the album now.
Okay.
Since since we've recorded the album that's to be released, we've probably got about another 10 songs we're happy with. We feel we've got a lot of material that we could have a ripper show, you know?
Yeah, of
But they're
course.
just two of us. They're just two of us. So if um if there are any ripper bassists or and drummers
There you
in
go.
the on the east coast of Australia listening, hit us up. We're definitely keen to maybe get a lot of the material out there in the live environment. You know, like I think we know from like the way we record, it's like Jim's like one take. Vocally, we don't need many takes. We kind of feel a live show wouldn't be far off from what we record, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'd be we'd be keen to gig. Right now, not possible with two of us. Two of us are my pretty rubbish.
And
Um,
probably full-time jobs, right?
yep,
Yep, I
yep,
hear you there, buddy. I hear you there.
yeah. So even under this, I've got my office job shirt on for
Ah,
sneaking out
oh, buddy.
for this, sitting in my car outside. So,
I got my jacket on, man. I'm cool. I'm cool.
yeah, cool cat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
looking good. I'm
yeah.
not saying I'm
I
not in
just
my underwear, but I'm still looking good. This this much.
yeah, yeah. I had to throw a hoodie on. I couldn't be too much pasty office worker for a punk for for like the singer in a punk band.
Yeah, yeah. You have
Yeah,
to have a hoodie if you're in a punk band. You have to,
yeah,
like
yeah,
a must. So
yeah.
do you consider yourself just straight up punk or hardcore or street punk, or how do you
I
look at
think
it?
I think we straight up punk with a touch of core. The odd one, a bit of core, you know.
Yeah.
And I think we want to stay pretty true to that. Like we've got the separate project for anything else that's not punk. So like it's if we record something that we don't feel is punk enough, we'll put it in the other project. You know, like we don't like we've like when we're preparing for like studio, we might start with maybe 30 songs, you know, that we think these are the 30, and then we start whittling them down. No, that one's too rocky, that one's too this, that one's too that, you know, that one's a bit too soft. And then we throw them down and we leave the ones that we think are the most punk are the ones we keep, you know.
That's good.
Do
you like
like
do you like to stay away from politics?
Yeah, I'm not very political at all, you know, like it's like it's I grew up in South Africa where it's like where I love South Africa, but we kind of know all like the same. You can't trust any politician, whether you're left or right, you know. So it's like I don't know. I don't really get too involved. To me, like they all there's not whether you think is a great guy
All a
or
bunch
not.
of jokers, anyways.
Yeah, like, but having said that, like on the upcoming album, like we've got the odd that is like almost political, not political. Like it was Jim and I were walking around back from the shop store one day, and he was like, "Oh, fuck the man," you know, and then he was like, "Oh, that would be a good punk title." So then I write some lyrics for "Fuck the Man," you know.
Yeah, exactly. That is.
So we have the odd song that is like maybe borderline political, but it's not. I'm not going to be like full politics. I think on the first album we might have had People's Party might have been half political, you know.
Yeah,
but not really. You know,
I
like
hate it when they all have to direct to one side. You know what I mean? It's like if you're gonna be political and punk, it should be with all parties. You know, it should be just against the system
yeah,
itself, Democratic or Republican. It doesn't matter because there's some jokers on both sides. You
yeah.
know,
There's so much gray in the world.
there's some
So
people
much
that do
gray.
care
You
on
know.
both sides. I believe there's some people that care on both
Yeah.
sides. I believe that with all my heart. But then there's
Yeah.
I believe that you can see the ones that are obvious, and that shouldn't be in office, and they are.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
think like it's like I suppose to any argument, there's like an element that's partly right and there's an element that's partly wrong. You know.
well, of
So,
course, yeah, definitely. That's exactly what I'm getting at. That's why I'm saying that. I just don't like it when it seems like it's always pointed at anti-Trump basically, and not the other side. When
yeah.
Pelosi's a goofball herself, all of them, every
Yeah.
one of them are jokers. They're all something
Every
that they're all a song you can sing about. It's
100%.
you know what I mean.
100%.
It should be just directed to one side. That's what gets
Yeah.
on me, because punk rock should be against it all. Against the authority. But unity between us, unity between. Have you noticed the major skin scene that's been popping up? The skinhead scenes. There's so
No,
many.
no.
The oi skinhead. There's a lot of good bands out there that are just non-racial, good skinhead freaking rock
Yeah.
and roll, and it's amazing. I've got to. I mean, if you go look at my YouTube channel, you'll see a bunch of them in there, and I've been giving
Yeah.
them all a chance, and explain yourself, and
Yeah.
they're non-racist. It's all non-racist,
Yeah.
all that good stuff. It's not what everybody thinks it is. How do you feel
I
about
think
that?
no, I think I think that's we all we all have stuff that like in our everyday lives that we can be fairly disgruntled about, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And and you can write about the stuff that you're disgruntled about
Yeah,
without being truly truly offensive. But
yeah.
then at the same time though, like it's I don't know. Sometimes some of the stuff I sing, like I almost like blush singing it sometimes. Where it is like, and sometimes you need to be on that line or borderline over that line sometimes, you know?
You have to
Even
be
if,
in a different frame of mind when you're doing the punk.
yeah, sometimes you can't every
Like
day.
have an alternate being.
Yeah, I think like almost if definitely, definitely sometimes I do feel like I need to channel some different character, go to a different place. And I think like live shows, I definitely look at channeling more
Yeah,
of that, you know,
yeah.
where in everyday life, I'm probably quite a quietish guy, you know,
Hey,
social, but
I
can be
love the
quiet.
Cure. The
Yeah.
Cure. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
one of
Yeah.
my the favorite bands in the world. Yeah, so I mean I understand like there's different parts of us that make up us, you know?
Mm,
So I mean it's not a
yeah.
just because we listen or write punk doesn't mean that that's what you have to be
Yeah.
24/7. It just should never leave. You
I
know what
think
I
it's
mean? That's
like,
why punk's not dead. It doesn't mean that you have to live it 24/7. It's just
no.
it's not dead. It's not gonna die. When people say I used to listen to that, I mean, why would you just listen to that?
Mm,
Listen to it all the time. I listen to it just today. I listen to Cure today.
yeah.
I mean, I
But
gotta be supportive of the people I love.
I think like, you know, like when you say like channeling that like alternate persona, like in a way, like that person is still me in
Of
some
course.
ways though, you know, like
Of
it's
course it is.
like
It's
as you say, I'm not that
totally
all the
you.
time, but that is still a part of my personality. It's still in there, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like Jim will sometimes like say when he's trying to think of a solo, he'll be like, "What?" Like I'm religious. Jim's not all religious, but he'll sometimes be like, "Oh, I just need the spirits to speak to me," you know?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you
I
know,
gotcha. I
you know,
do.
and he'll just need to channel something, and it's like
Yeah.
and sometimes like you do need to channel like a character that you're going for when you like no matter what you whether Jim's playing the guitar or he wants to get a certain feel and I want to get a certain feel vocally, you know, like it's
Yeah, I
you
gotcha.
definitely do need to channel that something that's inside
Is
you,
there
you know.
is there somebody that you think of when that gives you a little strength and when you're on a stage, you kind of like y- what do you think of?
I don't know. I don't really know. Like it's
Arnold
I don't know, like
Schwarzenegger.
you kind of know. uh, I've got a funny story on something
Hey
like that.
you out there.
No, for our rock band, we did this song Stella, and I
Uh,
couldn't sing it for shit. So I couldn't sing it for the life of me. And I was trying to channel all these different characters. Eventually, I tried to channel Sylvester Stallone.
oh
Like
god.
Stella, Stella. Jim just looked at me and was like, "What the fuck are you doing? What are
That
you
is
doing?"
insane. That's awesome. See, that's what I'm saying. It should be fun. That's what
Yeah,
it should be about, man. Having a good time
yeah,
and being real, being yourself,
mhm,
and having fun about it. Because it is being you. You know,
yeah.
y- yeah. Imagine,
But
imagine having a crowd, man. Imagine having a
yeah,
crowd moshing to your music.
it would be awesome. It would be awesome. It's like it's something we're definitely keen to try find a couple of guys, you know, because it's
Yeah,
we write a
I'll
lot. We got
ask
a lot
around
of
too.
material.
I have some people, so I'll ask around too. You know,
Mm,
and
yeah,
tell them to send you a little message. I have no
yeah,
idea. I don't know exactly what I could do, but I'll try what I'll try what I can
mm,
try.
yeah,
Doesn't hurt.
yeah. Just like if we can find a nice energetic drummer, someone who can. I don't know if have
A
you heard
bass
some
and
of
a
the stuff
drummer, right?
when yeah, energetic drummer. Like Jim sometimes does like the double kick bass, like the
Oh
like
yeah.
it's
Oh yeah.
freaking quick, you know. So so for like 30 minutes we'd need probably somebody that could keep that tempo up for 30 minutes,
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. It's kind of funny when you go to studio after one song, Jim shirts off and he's like, "No, I'm ready." No,
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah.
So do you have another album you said that I mean I didn't see
Mm.
it on iTunes.
No,
Is
no,
it's not released yet?
not released. So we released two songs from it. We've released 48 Volts, Shock to the Heart, and we've
Okay.
released Degenerate Generation. We're going to call it Degenerate Generation, the album.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's got 15 tracks. The album length is only about 26 minutes. So we've got a lot of like 1 minute songs, like just
That's good.
really like fast, aggressive, like but then we've got some mid-tempo melodic stuff as well. So it's a combination of some of like borderline core,
Yeah,
some
gotcha.
pretty close to core, and then some like more like maybe mid-tempo. Um, we're
Sounds
we're pretty
awesome.
yeah, we're keen. We're super keen. Like I think from we like our first album, but we do feel this one is like we feel like
It's
you'll be able to tell we've been doing this for a bit longer now.
That's awesome. You can feel
Yeah.
there's more quality behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's like
Rich.
yeah, and I think maybe Jim's like maybe metal and like heavier influences coming through a bit
Uh
more, as well. Like maybe like in terms of like his influences like the Exploited and that sort of thing.
yeah.
Definitely gone heavier musically, which is it's I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Um
I like the old thrash, all that kind of stuff, that thrash,
mm,
yeah, that old hardcore, that's amazing. So I mean
yeah.
the suicidal tendencies, come on now.
Mm,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
good.
So it's we're keen to get it out, but you never like as two guys that are independent, you're never quite sure um what the route should be. Like so we've released two.
Gotcha.
We don't know if at this point now, having released two, we should like freaking, I don't know, email labels with a link to the full, or I don't know. We don't know what the route should be now. Like we know we've got the limitations with there only being two of us. Um,
Well, also
so
some
it's
of the record labels could help out with artists, to help you out.
mm, yeah,
So I mean it could be something that helps you, works for you and works against you, you know what I mean?
mm,
Who knows?
yeah. It's
I
like
I,
it's
I don't know how to give solid advice for that.
no. I think it's probably what a lot of like independent bands are dealing with. Like that aren't gigging like as much. Like it's you kind of you've got like an all right product, but it's how to get it heard. How to get it out there as many
Yeah,
ears
you
as
really got
possible.
to sell it, man.
But I mean,
You
like
gotta
what
really
what
sell
you do,
yourself. What
but
was
even
that?
like what you do now, this helps. Like this
Oh
is
yeah, of
helping heaps
course,
of us bands.
of course, yeah, definitely. And in this, they're gonna hear a couple of your songs. So I play one
Mm,
for the intro, and I do a full track at the end. So they're gonna
yeah,
be able to listen to a couple tracks on it. And
mm,
so yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah. So it's
where can people find your music at?
so we put it pretty much everywhere through DistroKid. So like we just put it out. It's YouTube, it's Spotify, app. Anywhere you listen to music, you'll find it. You'll find it. We don't put anything. You're not going to find any music videos, anything like that. But you'll find the
darn,
music.
man. Oh,
You'll
I
find
thought there was gonna be some down under freaking videos you guys
no,
planned, you know?
no.
No?
I am pretty tech limited. Like so, it's like even like yeah, like when your ability to edit like what we're doing now, that is like a step way beyond my capabilities, you know. So
Oh, I
yeah, so
appreciate it though.
no,
Yes,
so it's
I get a
like
great joy actually doing this.
yeah, yeah. So it's like you can find the music anywhere. We do when we've got the albums, we do like print a couple of we cut some CDs, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
Um, but with those, like whenever guys have ever wanted CDs, I've pretty much just said, you pay the postage and we'll send them. You know, I'm not really worried about making anything out of like CD sales and that sort of stuff. So guys have gotten hold of me in the past and said, do you have your first CD? I'm like, sure, send me your address, I'll flick one to you, you know?
Yeah, bless you, man. That's awesome.
No, it's like we just like wanting to get the music out there, you know?
Of
It's
course.
it's it it's a if it's a benefit to the other guys, if they like our stuff, and we're happy for them to hear it, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, so
awesome.
it's we'll definitely look at cutting some CDs again for this album now. That's good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I suppose guys can just hit me up on through Facebook or if they are interested in getting a CD, you know. Otherwise it's available electronically everywhere.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
so brilliant, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you very much, man, for taking your time out to talk to us today. Is is this one of your first interviews for
It is.
Uphill?
It is. It was we had another interview lined up with an Aussie guy, Matt. And then I think he had a bit of family stuff going on. That one fell through. So
Ah,
this is the first like YouTube interview we've done, you
yes,
know.
sir.
Yeah, so it's a pity that Jim couldn't make it today. It would have been awesome, you know,
Yeah,
but
sorry,
he's
Jim, but
awesome.
I got you beat though. I got you beat,
Yeah,
Jim.
yeah. No, so we're
it's
just
you know
stoked.
what?
Like
It's just an honor. It's a privilege to be a part of your history, you know, your band history. So it's just an honor. So
mhm,
really cool. It's nice to see bands growing up, you know, and I love, you know, like even with what I know about writing music, you know, and I'm haven't been very successful yet, but
mhm,
this is still an avenue that I thought, you know, this might be a way I can, you know, help people get noticed a little bit.
mhm.
You know, guess who I have tomorrow? Oh, you're
Who
not
you
gonna
got
believe
on?
the queers,
The Quitters.
the queers.
The Queers. Where they from?
They're well, he lives in New York, but
Yeah,
yeah, they've been around since 81, I believe.
yeah.
Yeah, old school punk rock.
Is it like is East Coast of America like traditionally maybe a little bit heavier than the West Coast?
Honestly, I would actually say that, yes. A a little bit
Yeah.
more heavier, yeah. I would say that.
It's like the West Coast feels like I do a bit of surfing, and if you
Oh,
scroll a lot of
sweet.
surf videos, it's like the West Coast through like Pennywise and Offspring.
Yeah.
They'll pop up in heaps of surf videos, you know, like there'd be heaps of them. Like sometimes I'll just be scrolling a surf video, yeah, like something like Killer. I'll be, oh. Let's get the notepad out. try hijack some ideas.
I love that stuff though. I love the Beach Boys and and Agent Orange. You know,
Yeah.
Agent Orange, right?
No, I don't know Agent Orange.
What, dude? That's beach punk, man. Dude, oh
So
my goodness. I'll send you a track. That's like
yes.
it's so, oh my lord. Yeah.
So it's like between the two of us, I grew up in like quite a beachy culture in South Africa.
Okay.
Jim growing up in Greece, he's like he's like, for him, like the beachy stuff is like no. We don't go there.
Oh god. That's so
Yeah.
funny, dude. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So, do you have any hobbies that you like to do
Yeah.
besides writing music?
Heaps. Yeah. I keep pretty active. So it's like I play soccer a couple times a week, just a bit of like five-a-side.
Wow, good for
Still
you.
surf. Don't surf very well. And do a bit of surfing. I've got like quite a few mates, like, so I'll catch up, play a bit of pool every now and then,
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and then but then the music is a big one though. Like Jim and I, we catch up often, like uh Jim is like, he's got lives and breathes family, friends, music,
Yeah.
so it's like we get together a lot, we'll, like, as I said, last night he was over at my place. We'll catch up again pretty much before the week's done. We'll get together again, some
That's
stage,
awesome.
yeah. So it's got a lot of hobbies, but music is definitely up there as one of the top,
That's good, man.
yeah.
So you feel
Yeah,
this is gonna be a project that you feel could go places?
I think like we've got material that we really like, like we got, like, it's pretty much every album when we're writing, we're like, oof, that's nice. That's
Okay.
nice. Like, even Jim
So
gave
it's
me a
good
call
enough
this,
that you would listen to it yourself.
yeah. Jim gave me a call this morning and he was
That's
like,
deep.
yeah, he was like, yeah, he couldn't sleep last night. He was just like, he was stoked with the songs we did last night, like they were like
Yeah.
playing in his head. So it's like, it feels like we've got decent material, like, as I said, we know we got limitations in that, like, I'm the mixer and I do the mixing and mastering, which I would call my skills average to below average. you know, you know, I'm hoping that it adds to the punk feel, a bit of that little bit messy punk,
But
but
uh, you bring something to the table. You bring great lyrics. You bring a
and
positive attitude.
a bit of a creaky vocal, a bit of an
A
up and down
creaky
vocal.
roll. Yeah, ups
Yeah,
and
a bit of
downs.
bit of try channel some of those old Sex Pistols vibes sometimes,
Perfect. Perfect.
yeah,
Wow.
and then I bring some below average technical producer skills. Yeah.
You should like come up with your own little thing where you have like one of those little mini harmonicas, or something,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
or, or, or
My last
what's
birthday,
those?
Jim got me a harmonica.
Or one of those things.
I'll be on stage with a little triangle, just like ding.
The cowbell. You
That's
need
me.
more
That's the role.
cowbell.
That's that. And then it'll still be
Uh,
like out of time, like Jim giving me looks like, fuck, get it right.
come on now, give it the fucking
Yeah.
beat. Oh well, hey man, I thank you so much. We're running out of time, and I appreciate
Yeah.
this, man. This was excellent. I'm looking forward to you guys' new project coming out. The first song obviously is amazing, and I like your new EP, new single. So looking forward to the rest of it, and I really appreciate you, bud. And I hope you guys have the energy and drive, and hope you find the drummer and a bassist to help back you up, and your backup Jim, bless him, and just thank you again. And we had
Roosta.
Uphill Avenue from Australia, right here.
Thank you,
man.
Roosta.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. You take care of yourself. Be blessed. And when you put out your new album in its entirety, if you want to do a little promo, let me know. We'll do a little recording and you can talk about it. All right?
Legend.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks,
Take care of
Roosta.
yourself. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
Welcome to the future, dinosaurs.
This generation, what do you become? It's oh so easy when you go so wrong. Don't you listen, we hate your fucking song. This generation, no you don't belong. Degenerate generation, degenerate generation, degenerate, always fucking aggravate. Degenerate generation. No sensation, just seem to tag along. No direction, remember where you're from. All the coaster, no care for where you're going. This generation, how did it go so